Good morning, everyone, and welcome back into Berea, Kentucky. We were here with you yesterday afternoon. Michael Watkins back here with you this morning as well at the 29th Annual Spoonbread Festival here on this September morning, 2025. We were here yesterday as the opening ceremonies and everything took place, and back here with you again today to celebrate this 29th Annual Spoonbread Festival and everything that's going on with it. Of course, last night they had the balloon glow. What a beautiful, just night sky lit up with all the balloons. I think they said there was 10 different ones yesterday evening here. And with the Berea football game going on in the background, the balloons lighting up the sky. Just a beautiful evening here to kick off this year's festival. And if you were unable to come out last night, still plenty of time to come out and check out this year's festival. They're going to be here all day today until 9 p.m. tonight. When you've got, you look around at all the different things that are going on, you've got tons of local vendors. So there's a lot of different local businesses that are out here set up and showcasing what they have to offer to the community. You've also got craft vendors, and that could be folks that make blankets. I was over there kind of just scoping everything out and seeing what I'm going to spend my money on when we get done with the broadcast today. You've got a lot of things for kids. I saw some like crochet type stuffed animal type things. There were some woodworking things. We had the girl that was on yesterday that had the safes. They were like magnetic safe thing. I can't really explain it, but it's very cool. And you can come down here and check that out as well, along with some really, really good food. So yesterday we interviewed a guy that has a kettle corn / cotton candy / donuts like food booth here. Yesterday he gave us, Gage and I, some kettle corn to try. And then today I'm like, you know what? It's breakfast time. I haven't had breakfast yet. Tried to get Gage to buy me some donuts. He said no. So I was like, you know what? I'll bite the bullet. So I got some of these mini donuts from the guy that I was interviewing yesterday. And let me tell you, folks, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. So if you're coming out this morning for breakfast, go by and see him, because I got half powdered donuts, half just glazed donuts. And I'm going to have to walk a lot today to kind of burn those calories off. But I also saw my favorite food truck, the Chuck Wagon, is here. There's a lot of other food vendors as well. Yesterday, I got some frozen lemonade from that place right there. I don't know if you can see it behind me or not. The frozen lemonade stand. Chris was there. Go by, tell her Michael from WBON TV sent you over, and she'll take great care of you at the frozen lemonade stand. If you like strawberry lemonade, yeah, you need to go check that place out as well. Today, the carnival rides and everything, and the booths and everything got opened up at 9 a.m., so we are fully live and active as we come at you live here on the air this morning. All the things will be open until 9 o'clock tonight. So keep that in mind. If you don't want to maybe battle with the heat, come out later on this evening when it starts to cool down. Although today, right now at least, the temperature not unbearable. And, of course, the good thing about this festival, as we talked about with them yesterday, there's plenty of shade as you walk through with the trees and everything down here at the park. Street performance from 12 to 1 p.m. So we're going to be here until 12 o'clock. We'll go off the air at 12 o'clock. The Kentucky Bluegrass Cloggers will be making a little street performance kind of right here in this area where we're at. If you know where Memorial Park is and things, this is the Memorial Park Sun. So that's where we are at right now. So come on out. If you are out and about right now and you're seeing our broadcast, come by and chat with us. We'd love to kind of get your thoughts on the festival. If you've got a favorite booth, a favorite performer that'll be taking the stage, like my buddy Nick Cassetta, who will be on stage from 1:30 to 3 p.m. It's Nick Cassetta and company, really good local performer. There's a lot of things over at Chenault Vineyard, so Nick Cassetta will be performing this morning or this afternoon from 1:30 to 3 p.m. At 2 p.m., it is the Spoonbread Parade. Everybody loves a good parade. So at 2 p.m., that'll be kind of making its way down the street here so you can bring the kiddos out and take part in that. At 3 p.m. until 3:20 p.m., they'll be having the Spoonbread Eating Contest. And I was told yesterday that I needed to try some Spoonbread, so that is on my agenda to do today when we get off the air. I'll be trying to scarf down some Spoonbread and at least give it a try. I'm a very picky eater, but I'm at least going to give it a try whenever we come out here again this afternoon. Live music from 3:30 until 5 p.m. will be Bobby James, another really good local performer. And that's one of the things that you're going to notice here today. There's a lot of really good local artists in the area. We know about all of them. I mean, there's tons of just really good local artists or bands. And another one today from 3:30 to 5 p.m. in Bobby James. Another street performance at 5 p.m. with Tumble Shine Athletics. They'll be doing their thing from 5 to 5:30. And then back on the main stage at 5:30 is our friend Alex Miller. If you love local music, Alex Miller, he just had the song come out with Tracy Byrd called Give 'Em the Bird. If you've heard that song, I'm sure Alex will be performing that today here on the stage from 5:30 to 7 p.m. From 7 to 7:30, it'll be the Spoonbread pageant winners, the meet and greet here on the entertainment stage. So you can kind of scope out all the things that go on with that and see the young ladies and the young participants that won the pageants over the weekend. And then from 7:30 to 9 p.m., they'll close things out with Marshall. It's one word. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Marshall is the performance that will close out the live music today. They'll be on the stage again from 7:30 until 9 p.m. when things close down. If you're unable to make it out today, maybe you made the trip to West Georgia to watch the EKU football team play. The Colonel's on the road this evening at 6 p.m., but you're going to come back tonight. Well, come on over tomorrow to the Spoonbread Festival. Tomorrow in the morning, they'll have the Spoonbread 5K Run Walk beginning here at the Russell Acton Folk Center. You can get that signed up online for that, or you can register and things in the morning before the race starts. From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., it is the Spoonbread Festival Car Show at the Berea Skate Park parking lot. So we love car shows. We've got some big ones around the area. This one's a fun one as well. It'll take place from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow. The carnival rides and games start a little bit later tomorrow, so 9 a.m. Today. They'll start at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, and they'll go until 5 p.m. when things close down. On the main stage tomorrow to begin things at 11 a.m. until noon, it is Christina Miller and Band. From noon to 2 p.m., they're having a cornhole tournament here on Jefferson Street. So if you like cornhole, if you're any good at it, well, come out and see just how good you are at the cornhole tournament tomorrow beginning at noon. From 12:30 to 1:30, they'll have live music with Dylan Abney and Timberline Road. And then from 1:30 to 2:30 tomorrow, they'll have a character meet and greet with Jasmine, Belle, Captain America, Spider-Man. So pretty cool little thing there going on. Tomorrow from 1:30 to 2:30, they'll have some characters that your kids will love. They'll get to hang out with them, talk to them. And I've got 3 kids. I know they like to see the characters out and about. If you go to a theme park or if you're just going out to a birthday party and you got one of those characters coming out, it just kind of makes the day more fun when the kids can kind of interact with that, seeing some of their favorite TV show characters kind of come to life, and that'll be taking place tomorrow from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. From 2 to 3, live music with the West Liberty Mountain Boys. So you can come out and check that out as well. The hay bale toss competition. Gage is locked to kind of finish in the top 30 in that tomorrow. So that's going to take place from 3 to 3:30 p.m. And then to close things out, live music from 3:30 to 5 p.m. with Joe Mullins and the Radio Ramblers. And that just sounds like the coolest name ever for a band, the Radio Ramblers. So come on out. Plenty of things to do this weekend at the 29th Annual Spoonbread Festival. You know, we talked to the mayor, Bruce Fraley, yesterday on the broadcast, and he kind of just spoke about all the different things that make this special. Obviously, there's plenty of talented people out there that come and set up craft booths, or if they've got a special way of making something here at the food booths. Really cool to see all these people kind of come together. But the number of people that put this event together is very, very special as well. So when you come out, be sure if you see somebody with a Spoonbread Festival shirt on, just tell them thank you for putting this thing together and giving our community something to come out and look forward to. And I know this year is a big deal, but next year is the 30th anniversary of the Spoonbread Festival. And we talked to Ethan Lake yesterday. He kind of pretty much touched on that and how this year is fun, but they're really looking forward to building something even bigger next year with this 30th anniversary of the festival. There are a lot of great sponsors that help put this on as well. And as you make your way down the streets here, you'll see signs of the different sponsorship. So go by and tell the folks over at Whitaker Bank, at Bluegrass Marble and Granite, all the different ones that are here to sponsor this event. Go tell them thank you as well, because they're putting some money and time and effort towards this event to make it go and make it special for you, because it does take money to do these things, and it does take people volunteering their time to set up the tents and to put the signs up and to make sure everybody's marked and ready to go for where they're going to be set up at. It's a lot of effort, but that's why those folks do it, because they want to give back to their community, and this is the great way of doing so, by volunteering their time and their talents to put something like this on. For the car show tomorrow, again, it is the Festival Car Show tomorrow. The door prizes throughout the day. They'll have food and drink trucks here on site as well. Awards, shuttle rides to and from the festival, and it's open to all vehicles. They'll have a best-in-class pre-1939, a best-in-class 1940 to 1954, 1955 to 1964, a best-in-class 1965 to 1974, and a best-in-class 1975 to 1999. Plus, best in class from 2000 to present. So, a lot of awards being given out tomorrow for the car show. They'll also have a best in class rat rod, a best in show pre-1959, best in show 1960 to 1979, best in show 1980 to 1999, and a best in show 2000 to present, plus the Chamber's Choice Award. So, if you've got a nice older vehicle, maybe you drive it around, or maybe it's just sitting in your garage and you want to bring it out to this thing, you can do so. There is a pre-registration fee of $15. This includes a goodie bag and a dash plaque for the first 100 entries. You can also pre-order a T-shirt for $10, and you got to be sure to include your shirt size with your registration to guarantee that availability. If you same-day register tomorrow, it is $20, and the T-shirts will be $15 on the day of the show, again, based on availability. As far as this festival goes, there's plenty of things to do. We will be talking about that as we go throughout the day. I'm going to be speaking to Diane Turner here in just a few moments about the entertainment lineup that her and her folks put together. So come on out. We'll talk to her in a few moments. And if you do come out, come over and talk to us about what you think makes this festival special. We'll be right back. We're broadcasting from the 29th Annual Spoonbread Festival in Berea. Welcome back into the 2025 Spoonbread Festival. Michael Watkins here with Diane from Wild Huckleberry Boutique. But today you're kind of going to have a different role over here with setting up the entertainment and everything. You and Don were kind of put in charge of putting this lineup together. And it's jam-packed from yesterday afternoon till tomorrow.
Yes, I mean, it's a great lineup, and remember, it's free.
Yeah.
So get on out here. But, yeah, it's our fourth year getting to do the entertainment and the music, and, we're honored to be able to do that and take care of the bands, the hospitality, and, just kind of handhold them a little bit and love on them and show them our appreciation for coming down here to Berea.
You looked at this lineup. We've got Nick Cassetta, great local artist, Bobby James, same.
Yes.
Alex Miller, same, and maybe even then some. I love the Give 'em the Bird song that Dad Alex Miller's got. But there's just so many different bands that are coming in here and performers. So just talk about when you put this lineup together, what were you all trying to do? You trying to mix it up some, or were you looking for maybe a specific genre?
I think just mixing it up because, we all like different types of music, right?
Yeah.
And, there's such a great influence with bluegrass right now. So tomorrow is going to be absolutely amazing. We have Opry Stars with Joe Mullins there and the Radio Ramblers and great gospel. But today, Nick Cassetta plays just about every day.
Yeah,
somewhere
right?
in Kentucky. And then Bobby James, of course, singer-songwriter. Alex Miller, geez, he's everywhere.
Yeah.
And we know he kind of started there on American Idol. And then we have Marshall. So it's a little bit of everything, Southern rock, country, bluegrass, gospel. If you like music, we got something for you for sure.
I had never heard of the Marshall band, so talk about them. I've heard the other three, and I don't get out as much as I used to, but talk about them and kind of what people can expect from them this evening.
Yeah, so Jared Shoemaker fronts Marshall. He has some exciting things going on right now that a lot of people can't talk about, that you're probably going to see him on national ways and national TV soon. But Marshall is just a great group of local guys as well, and you will get that really raw Southern rock feel and cover anything that you will want covered. But they play all over Kentucky, Tennessee, and beyond. So, these guys do this because they love it. They love Berea and what, the chamber and the festival committee tries to do here.
Now, you've obviously got connections because you put the big festival on over in Richmond every year. Was it about a month ago?
About a month ago, Bourbon Jam.
when you look at that, when you put that festival on, what's the biggest difference from putting that thing on to trying to get live music to come out here?
Well, I think here we're trying to do a ticketed event there, and you really rely on the community, and partners and sponsors, which they do here as well. But here we get to have the backing of a committee. Here's your budget. Go crazy with it. See who you can get. So we love both of them equally. I'd say this one we get a little bit more support, a little bit more relaxed than it is putting the entire thing on for sure.
I can see that. So, well, and with this thing too, you talked about just being able to kind of sit back, but make sure that those are just taken care of. The artists that come out, and you've got this gigantic lineup that you've put together. Talk about the guys that put the sound.
We love them.
They've been here we've been doing these broadcasts for 5 or 6 years now here at the Spoonbread Festival, and this guy's been doing the sound for as long as I can remember.
I think Gator last night said 11 or 12 years, but these guys camp, so they camp out. We left last night, and I'm like, there's lots of pop and donuts over there, have at it, but they stay here and camp out, and dedication, music sounded great last night, so they do a super job, and Just Love Coffee is sitting here feeding everybody. Like Funeral Home's got an awesome tent, so it is definitely a community thing, pulling together.
All right, one more question before we let you go.
Sure.
When you talk about community events, what do you think makes this special? Because this is the 29th annual. Obviously, it's a big deal. So what do you think just makes the Spoonbread Festival what it is?
Spoonbread.
That's true. That's true. Do you like Spoonbread?
I have celiac. I can't eat bread. So I'm like, I need a gluten-free version of this, but I just know, I'm from Eastern Kentucky, so my mama, everybody talked about, that. So Berea being the arts and crafts capital of Kentucky and it being a small knit family, to me, that's what festivals in Kentucky in general. You all come together, everybody's out, the kids are having fun, you're getting food, you're getting the local everything, local music and food, and of course the support. So we love Spoonbread.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a really fun event, and if you're sitting at home looking for something to do today, we got you covered. Come on out. We got food, music, the kids can ride the carnival rides and play games, and again, there are things you can spend your money on, but just coming out and walking around, it's free, and you might find something that you really didn't even know you needed.
That's
so come on out and see for yourself. We'll let you get back to doing what you're doing. We'll step aside for another commercial break. We're here at the 2025 Spoonbread Festival. Welcome into the broadcast once again at the 2025 Spoonbread Festival. Here with Christy Johnson from the Bluegrass Cloggers. And we've got Paisley here with us as well. We tried to give her an interview. She said we couldn't afford her, so we're going to leave her out of things right now. But saw you all over there kind of warming up. You're going to be taking the center street here at noon, kind of showing off all that you all do. So talk about what folks will be seeing today here on the street and kind of a little bit about the Bluegrass Cloggers.
All right, so we have about an hour show, and we start with like a traditional kind of clogging with like country music, and then we move on to contemporary, which is a little bit more like bebop-y, like my teenagers like it a little bit more.
More upbeat?
Yeah, more upbeat, more fun is what they say. So we'll do the whole hour show, and we'll have a lot of different just styles of dance, and our younger ones will clog, our older ones will clog. She's our youngest one that gets up there and kind of tries.
She steals the show then.
Yep, absolutely. And then actually my mom's the oldest, and so she's around 60.
Okay, we strike that from the record book, folks. We won't talk about the.
But I'm
you
proud
can get
of
away
her.
with it, probably.
Right?
Though.
Yeah, it's fine. So we start from just as long as they can walk, and then on up to the age of whatever, as long as they feel like doing it. So. But yeah, we have a lot of different ages, and we accept anybody. And the good thing about clogging is everybody can kind of do it.
Yeah.
Our show is really upbeat. Like, it's not like ever really quiet. We're really loud. You can hear us from really far away.
And understandably so. Now, let me ask you this, though. You said y'all do an hour show. I get tired from walking to the car to here. So how do you do a full hour show?
So we have the littles that gives us breaks.
Okay, all right.
And then the more that you can do, the more I make you do. There's a lot of girls that are in really good shape. So they'll do like 2 or 3 in a row.
Okay.
Myself now, I can do like 2 in a row. And then, like, by the 3rd time, I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to take a break. So I usually base our show out of what I know people are capable of.
Okay.
If it's really hot, sometimes I'll give, like, a break and I'll just talk because I'm a big talker. So I'll give them, like, a little bit of extra minutes just to kind of take a drink of water and breathe.
A little bit, yeah.
But there's some girls that could do the whole hour if I asked them to.
I'm sure.
I mean, it's really good exercise. I still blame it on her. I'm like, I just had a baby a year ago, so that's why I can't do it.
Got a good excuse, right?
Yeah, I'll use that at least for the next 10 years. But I get some of the girls they are just so energetic, and and the crowd really likes it too because we are so energetic. Bless you. It's so hard for them to not be happy whenever we watch us clog. And I've heard a lot of people say, you all just look like you enjoy it so much.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I tell the girls whenever we do clog. I'm like, you put a lot of effort into it. We work hard. We do all these dances. Make sure that you show how hard you've worked and how much you enjoy it.
Is it just girls?
So right now we only have girls.
Okay.
But we've had lots of boys in the past, and actually, when I clog out of the States with other teams, there's always a lot of boys.
Well, Gage is the best clogger with our company, so
all right, sign him up. Sign him up. And actually, I always joke around that usually if the boys really love it, they end up being better than the girls, just because they put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah.
And and really you want boys to clog because we have a lot of partner dances. And if you have a boy, it's nice to have.
Well, if you got 1 or 2 boys, they probably stick out too because there's not as many of them out there.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, we did have 3 boys, but 2 of our younger boys just took a break to play other soccer actually, and then our an older guy who used to clog, he just had a hip replacement. So
he's got a good excuse not to be out there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Well, so you talked about what you all do. If somebody's seeing this and they're maybe interested in joining, where can they get more information at? And you says Kentucky Bluegrass. So are you all across the state? Are people from all over?
If you can drive to us, you can clog with us.
And where you located at?
We're in Richmond, kind of in between Richmond and Waco. And like I said, we take all ages at any time. We have beginner classes. Hi, baby. We have beginner classes and we have intermediate classes and advanced classes.
Okay.
I have a couple of girls that are beneath me that help me teach the beginner classes because I have 3 kids, so sometimes I'm not always there, but they help me teach, and we take everybody. But you can search us on Facebook, the Kentucky Bluegrass Cloggers, and just shoot me a message. And if you're here today, we have some flyers that we can give to you.
Okay.
If you own a business, you can put up one of our flyers for us. We're looking to expand a little bit more. I'm always taking cloggers, and we're happy to have everybody join our little family.
So whenever you prepare for a show, do you change it up, or do you all kind of prepare for one show and then do it throughout the year?
So we always have one big show at the Kentucky State Fair.
Okay.
So I always prepare for that. So that's actually the show that we're doing today. But then, like right now, well, we did Kentucky State Fair in August. We already have a new opening. I did that
Okay.
right after, and so I'll kind of replace like a new opening, and I'll
She's like,
replace
"Mom,
it.
tell
I know.
me."
Quit talking. And then I'm gonna replace our closing.
Okay.
And then I'll like teach a couple new dances every now and then, and kind of just switch them out a little bit. But we have like a set show that we do kind of. And then we just kind of change it up with new dances every now and then.
Okay, pretty cool then. So this is that you said you're based in Richmond. Where is the furthest you've ever had somebody come and take part in this?
I know Jackson County usually.
Okay.
I have some people in Jackson County. We've had someone drive a little over an hour, like an hour and a half. There was some people from London that came to clog with us.
Very cool.
Garrett County, Winchester.
You've got a good little sprinkle in some central Kentucky areas there.
So
too.
yeah, anybody that's around there, and then sometimes like if it's like the weather's bad, like I'll just say don't worry about coming, and stuff like that, and I'll send them some videos.
Do you go on weekly?
Once a week. They'll have a once a week like 45 minutes class when they're beginners, and then they'll have once they like or join the big team. Is what we call it. Then they'll clog for an hour and a half every week.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Well, so it is good exercise, though. You talked about that. So you're not only paying to kind of be a part of a team, you're also getting some exercise in.
Yes.
So it's kind of a win-win scenario.
For sure.
If you're looking to get involved. One more time, tell them where they can find you at so they can reach out if they're interested in doing this.
You can look us up on Facebook, the Kentucky Bluegrass Cloggers. Just search us on there and just shoot us a message.
There you go, folks. And they've got a big show coming up at noon right here behind us where we're at. So come on out and check it out. If you're kind of lingering around the park, if you're on your way, make sure you get over here in time to check out the Kentucky Bluegrass Cloggers right here behind us. Thank you for joining us. Go find them and check them out online as well. We'll be right back at the 29th Annual Spoonbread Festival. We're back here now with Danielle Mandela. Is that what you said?
Danielle Valentor.
Valentor. What am I doing? See, Gage, that's
Mandela
why
sounds good
she
too.
literally
Take
just
it.
told me her last name right before we came on the air, too. But that's because I was looking at Gage and I got
Right.
distracted from his beauty. So, when you look at everything that's going on here, you and Ethan, big parts in putting this thing together.
Absolutely.
But right before we came on the air, you were talking about all the volunteers and stuff you had.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort and people to put this thing together.
It does. This community has stood behind us so good. We could not be any more thankful. We are so blessed to have the support of our business community and all of our volunteers from the school. They come out to get those community service hours, but this really helps them,
Yeah.
be more involved with the community, and that's what we need with this younger generation. So we could not be any more thankful for them.
So when you start putting this thing together, pre-planning wise, when do you really start working toward it?
So for planning for 2026 starts next week.
Okay, that's
it
that's a
is-
big one. That's the 30th
it is.
anniversary.
It
So
sure is. We start sending out all of our vendor packets and everything, just asking who's interested in returning for next year. That really pushes out in March. But as far as entertainment, these are big acts.
yeah,
And
you got some
they're-
big names today.
Yeah, and they definitely plan years in advance. So some of the entertainment we have today is definitely on spot. So we're thankful to have them, and planning starts now. So
When you look at this year's event, how many vendors total? When you count, food vendors, craft vendors, and
Yeah.
everything, how many total do you have this year?
yeah, so this park, we're starting to outgrow it, and we've seen that, and the community has noticed that as well. But we're pretty full. The layout looks different, and that was some of the feedback that we had got off of Facebook and social media last night. But we're looking, we're as full as we can be.
Yeah.
We arranged different with our food vendors, but we have gotten so much good feedback from that. And it's just made everything run a little smoother. We're looking at over 130 vendors.
Wow, okay.
Spots filled. It's really been a good year.
When you look at putting this event together, what is your favorite part about being involved? And when did you kind of become involved with it?
Yeah, so I'm still fresh. I joined the chamber as the executive director last June. So June to September was a
busy.
really busy time for me, a really good trial run for the festival. But it's come together really good with the help of all of my board of directors. I couldn't do it without them.
So what's your favorite part about it?
Yeah, my favorite part is definitely just seeing all of the community and the people come out and support these vendors, because they definitely they definitely need it.
Yeah.
This is some of these vendors. This is their income, and to support them and stand behind them is definitely what they need.
I think what you all have done too is you've done a good job of kind of having different things. You've got woodcraft vendors. The lady that I interviewed yesterday with the magnetic safes was
boxes.
so cool. I never even thought of
Yeah.
something like that. So this is just the fact that was here, and then you've got decorations for the fall, and
Right.
I'm a big decorator. I
Oh, yeah.
love Christmas is my thing, but fall decorations, those are a
Right.
big thing right now. And I think we live in a day and time now where social media kind of runs the world.
It does. That social media presence makes a difference, and just being able to have you guys here to help us promote this event has been a super big help. It's last night. I definitely believe what you said with social media. You getting the word out early at
About
the
the balloon,
beginning.
yeah.
We broke record numbers
Really?
with attendance last night.
Well, we'll take full credit for it. We'll take full credit
Absolutely,
for it.
I could have done it without you guys. I'm telling you, it was record breaking. We sold out Spoonbread, and that
wow.
it's been a blessing. The crowd at the Balloon Glow. And the crowd here, just combining those, it was record breaking.
Talk about the balloon glow real quick, because it's a very unique thing. There is a
is.
few other ones around the state, but
It is.
you all have been kind of doing this for a while. And from everybody I've talked to, you all have the biggest balloon glow
Yeah.
event across the state. So
Yeah.
when you look at that and how last night went, very, very unique to have
was.
this in our area.
It was, absolutely. There's a lot of planning that goes into that. Like I said, it will begin next week for next year. Those guys know exactly what they're doing, and it's a big safety concern for a lot of those things, and they just take that and they know what they're doing. With those 10 balloons that were lit up last night, we were looking into even adding a few extra for next year. We didn't have any shapes this year because those are definitely a hot commodity. So
Yeah.
they were out west. So we kind of got a last minute on those. But just talking to those balloonists last night and seeing how much more we could add was definitely a thing. You know, with the CEI sponsoring, that helps us so much. We couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah. And that's a big thing too, sponsorships. I mean,
Absolutely.
now you got to have money to put things like this on.
Into play.
And so talk about that and some of the bigger sponsors you have for this year's event.
Yeah, so we've added a few different things that have kind of come and gone over the years. Of course, our entertainment is always here, and our biggest sponsor for that, our presenting sponsor for entertainment this year is Whitaker Bank. Along with the Balloon Glow, we had CEI, Chastain, Enterprise. They have started their towing and recovery, and they are fantastic guys. You know, they brought out their helicopter on the rollback. That's also coming through for the parade today. They've got it on a rollback, so they're going to bring that over in a couple of their big trucks, but they are fantastic in the community. Starting off with Sunday, though, we have our 5K, and that is sponsored by CHI St. Joe Berea. Of course, you know, running and staying healthy and staying active. Miss Rhonda McMaster here at our CHI tent, she has done a fantastic job. She's doing heart screenings all day. She's a wonderful lady. If everybody could just get over and meet her, she's wonderful. They sponsored our 5K this year. And then, so that's Sunday starting at 9. And then we also have our presenting sponsors for the car show, which is also on Sunday. Registration starts at 9 in Cumberland Valley National Bank. They've been fantastic. So that's just to list a few, you know, that's our presenting sponsors, but we have so many platinum, so many bronze. I would hate to start mentioning them
because, leave one,
we would leave them out.
Well,
but,
and they can see the signs. If you're coming out, you'll see the signs of all the sponsors here. Just go by and tell those people thank you. Whether they have a booth here today or not, you can go by their place of business and just say thank you for sponsoring the Spoonbread Festival. So we have something to do. And listen, you hear it all the time. And we live, I mean, I'm from Eastern Kentucky where going to Walmart was the thing to do. Like that was what we had to do. Here in Richmond and Berea, we are so blessed with a lot of just different things to keep us busy. If you're sitting at home and looking for something to do, there's plenty of things to do in our area. But things like this and the festival that'll come up in Richmond in a few weeks, those things just add to the number of things. And you and the folks over in Richmond as well, your all staffs do such a good job of just continuing to do more and giving us more options for things.
Yeah, we like to see, you know, just the community come out and mingle. You just never know who you're going to see here.
True.
You know,
true. Yeah.
People that you've not seen in years, and they're one of the ones that are behind the vendor tables. You know, they're our vendors that we need to support and stand behind for sure.
2 last questions before we let you go. First one. So do you have anything that you could maybe tell us about next year? Do y'all got anything planned, that maybe a little special tidbit that you could toss across that maybe you've kind of got planned that you haven't announced yet for next year's?
You know, we like I said, planning starts next week.
Okay, so we'll come back to you next week and ask that question.
We were just talking in the Folk Center just a few minutes ago, but we have so many food vendors here, and there's never been a Spoonbread, like contest of like making.
Who makes the best?
So there was a lady in there earlier, and she made her own little, it was Spoonbread, but the things that she added to it was just, it was chef's kiss.
Different,
so she just showed us a little bit tidbit of that, and I said, I think you've got something going. So we've talked about that.
We got the Spoonbread eating contest. That's today, right?
It is. It is today, sponsored by Reynolds Insurance. They're fantastic sponsors for that. And all the Spoonbread is made at Boone Tavern. They individually package them. So we're super excited to have everybody come join us for that.
And last question: you stay busy year round. So what's next for you? I know we got the parade later on this year, the Christmas parade. But is there anything between now and then that you guys will be working on?
Chamber-wise, we've got all kinds of networking events. That's what it's about, is our business community and supporting them. But we always host so many events for them to keep everybody networking and connected and growing each other's business together. So between now and then, we've got tons of those. You can check those out on our Facebook page and on our website. Just join the chamber, community.
The news, you got to do a newsletter and everything, right?
We do.
So stay up to date.
Absolutely, stay up to date.
All right.
And if you own a business, we would love to have you join our chamber. But next is the Christmas parade, and we also do kind of like a Christmas on Main event with that. With some of these vendors that are here today. We'll do those, and then we've got a few other things under our belt for that. So we're not going to announce it.
You let us know when
that on
and when we come back, we'll close things out. I'll run down the schedule one more time for you, so don't go anywhere. To the Festival here in Berea. I'm going to wrap things up from our broadcast here at Spoonbread Festival, but there is no reason for you not to come out, folks. Come on to Jefferson Street here in Berea. It's right here at Memorial Park. Tons of things to do. We've gone over the schedule of events with you. You got the Cloggers about to begin their portion of the live events that'll be going on here throughout the day and tomorrow. But we talked to Danielle about all the different vendors and things that they have. Over 130 vendors here at the festival. So there's something for everybody, whether it's food or something to buy or for the kids to ride the carnival rides and play the games. Everyone can have a good time here at the Spoonbread Festival. One more time, I'm going to real quick run down the schedule for today. The street performance for the Bluegrass Cloggers is about to go live here at noon. We got live music with Nick Cassetta at 1:30. The parade at 2 p.m. and the Spoonbread eating contest at 3. Live music with Bobby James at 3:30. And then the street performance with Tumble Shine Athletics at 5. Alex Miller will perform from 5:30 to 7 on the main stage. And then Marshall will close things out at 7:30 this evening. Tomorrow, the Spoonbread 5K Run Walk beginning here at the Russell Acton Folk Center at 9 a.m. The Spoonbread Festival Car Show in the Berea Skate Park parking lot tomorrow from 9 to 3. Carnival rides and games from 10 to 5 tomorrow with Christina Miller and Band on the main stage from 11 to 12. And then Dillon Abney and Timberline Road from 12:30 to 1:30. And then they'll have the live music with Joe Mullins and the Radio Ramblers wrapping things up from 3:30 to 5. So plenty of things to do. You can go online to BereaKYChamber.org to see the entire schedule of events. And we thank you for tuning us in. If you're watching on WBON TV, we'll get you back to your regularly scheduled programming. If you're watching on the stream, well, come on out and check it all out for yourself at the 29th Annual Spoonbread Festival right here in Berea, Kentucky. Thanks for watching us all on WBON TV.